joining me for another Sunday meal prep. So today we're going to be focusing on Thanksgiving foods that you can bring to your next family Thanksgiving get together. I know Thanksgiving's going to look a little bit different this year, but with these foods I'm going to be making today, they're all going to be plant-based, and I wanted to ensure that the people who are joining you for Thanksgiving who aren't plant-based, I wanted to ensure that they would enjoy these foods as well. I've tested all these meals out on other people that aren't plant-based, and they do enjoy them. So I hope there'll be some great options for you. And as always, don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you do like these videos, and head on over to NicoleOsinga.com for the recipes. All right, well, let's get started.
So the first thing I'm doing here is making the quinoa for the stuffed acorn squash. So I'll be putting that on the stove, and while that's going to be on the stove top, I'm going to be just slicing the acorn squash in half, getting out the center part, and then putting them on a baking sheet and in the oven. So I'll just prep the stuffing part while they cook. And then next I'm going to be working on the lentil shepherd's pie. So here I am peeling some sweet potatoes, and I'm going to be chopping them up just so that they cook quicker, and then they're going to be going into a mash. And then while those sweet potatoes boil, I'm going to be slicing up the veggies I'm going to use in the pasta salad. So here I am just chopping up some Brussels sprouts, and I'm also going to be doing the same for the broccoli here. And then what I'm going to do is put them in the oven while the acorn squash is roasting. The veggies take less time to cook compared to the acorn squash. And then here I am making the stuffing for the acorn squash with the quinoa and the chickpeas, with the cranberries as well. And then for the protein for the pasta salad, I'm going to be cubing some tofu and pan frying that. So I'll just be adding that into the pasta salad there. I'm just mixing up the pasta salad with the roasted veggies here and the tofu, and I also added some cranberries in there as well. It turned out very nice. So next I'm going to be working on the filling for the lentil shepherd's pie. So I'm just dicing up some onion. It's a technique that I used when I took cooking classes. That's how I always cut onion. And I'm going to be putting that on a frying pan with some frozen veg. And I love making this recipe as sort of like a leftover or sort of like freezer food recipe, because I usually always have frozen veg. Onions, have a long shelf life. So that's what I'm going to be doing. And then here I am stuffing the acorn squash with that stuffing that I mixed up in the previous frame, while the veggies and the onion cook on the stove top. I'm just mashing the sweet potato here, so I'm just using a potato masher, and then I'm adding a little bit of vegan butter to them. Next, the pasta salad is being mixed up, so the cranberries, the tofu, and the veggies are all getting mixed together. I'm also topping it with some walnuts shortly. Now that the veggies and the onion and the lentils as well are cooked on the stovetop, I'm just adding that into these pans here, and then I'm adding the sweet potato mash on top, and that's going into the oven as well. Next, I'm making some overnight oats as usual, but this time I am putting a bit of pumpkin puree. So I just blended up some pumpkin, some pureed pumpkin with some frozen pineapple, and I'm going to be putting that on at the end.
Alright, so that was my Thanksgiving meal prep. So don't forget to check out the full recipes at nicolosinga.com, and definitely subscribe to this channel for more weekly meal prep videos. Alright, thank you so much everyone.